aged 30 to around 60 and dealing with menopause. So today I'm just going to go through a couple of tips and tricks regarding about menopause, 5 tips that you can make your life slightly easier during we go for it. So I'm going to be covering the points about strength training, cardio training, high intensity interval training known as HIIT. We'll then go through our recovery and stretching, and then we'll talk about a little bit about our nutrition and workout plans. But first of all, we are going to talk about strength training, why it's important and how it can help us. It's important for everyone, but especially for people who are aging, such as me and yourself, especially in menopause. So what we want to do is work out 2 to 3 times a week, giving yourself a day, well, I say rest in between, but in those days you can be doing different sections of cardio, and we'll talk about them in our next point. So improving your muscle mass and building muscle mass, and also improving your bone density. This is important because it can lead to osteopenia, which is the step before osteoporosis. So to avoid that, you should be doing muscle training. Our muscle is there to support our everyday movements. So therefore, as long as you've got some muscle mass, you're going to be able to function and live independently for longer. That's one of the most main important things that I do recommend we do. Sessions I recommend, like I said, 2 to 3 times a week. I'd expect them to be between 30 and 60, and obviously we can improve that as we're going along with our training to improve on what we do. As I've mentioned, moving more, such as if you were always sedentary, such as myself at the minute, just being seated to record these videos. You need to get out more, move a lot more, try and aim for your 10,000 steps a day. It doesn't have to be running, it can be light jogging or even walking your dog around. So we're going to now go into the next step. So for cardiovascular training, like I previously mentioned slightly, it is more about moving more. So in these points is like in your in between days, maybe you'd like to find the sports that you like doing, such as maybe cycling, swimming, even going for a light jog with friends, or even walking tours around your local area. There might be a walking group that goes for walks. So as long as you find something that is suitable for you, that will help you to maintain and move through and keep sticking to it for the rest of your life, the better. Moving around 30 minutes more per day is going to lead into better recovery and flexibility, which is going to be our next point. So from there we're going to move on and speak about why flexibility is important. But before we get to that, I'm going to do a little bit about HIIT training. So HIIT training may not be included in your first workout plan or in between yourself. You may not feel quite confident in doing so at the minute. It is high intensity, obviously, as the name states itself. So for example, one way of training high intensity training would be to do 2 minutes, say light jogging, and 1 minute sprinting on a treadmill. That's a way of doing that. Or also other ways to do it is like doing circuit training, completing each and every exercise and then having a set amount of break before moving back into the next set. So this will be a way of doing HIIT training. Some people find this very hard and it can cause problems such as injuries because we're not ready for it. So I wouldn't recommend doing it on week 1 to week 4. Maybe start including it after, when your cardio starts getting better, if you have not been training before. Okay, so now we're going to talk about our flexibility and mobility before moving on about nutrition and workout plans, which is the last little bit I will need to talk to. It's not going to be a massive part. So flexibility and mobility is important. So I do always recommend that we stretch at least 15 to 20 minutes per day. Doing so will not only improve your flexibility, but it will also improve your joint health. My tongue got twisted over there for a second, which it wouldn't be me if I didn't make a mistake once in the video. I won't edit it out because I want to show you that I am human. So doing so, we're going to improve our joint health and flexibility. So stretches can be, well, mostly stretches when I do mean, so static stretches. So you're going to sit and hold. So for example, we're going to pull our arm up, we're going to hold for 20 to 40 seconds, and then we're going to release and we're going to repeat on the other side. Now I do recommend that before a workout and after your workout, so you do a warm up pre-workout and a cool down post-workout. So in your warm up you're going to get your heart going, and then we're going to do our dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretches are stretches as you're moving. So for example, doing bicep curls with no weight or very little weight. That's going to get your muscles ready for the actual movements we're going to be doing. And then at the end of our session, we want to cool down. So we're going to get our heart rate nice and slowly back down. It won't go back down to where you started, but it'll go down somewhere in a good region. And then after that, we're going to do static stretches. And if you could do some more static stretches when you get home, you're just going to aid your recovery better, and you're going to be feeling a lot better, less sore, because you're not going to get that lactic acid build up as bad. You will still feel the lactic acid, especially in the beginning couple of weeks of your training. Now finally, all we're going to talk about is our nutrition. So for nutrition, you do want to focus as much as you can on your protein. I know you want your fiber, and your water is important as well, but at this point our body does not digest protein as well. So because digesting protein is quite hard, so our body doesn't do it to its full potential. So you're going to have to eat a lot more protein so your body can take it, so you can help improve, build and maintain your muscle mass, as we've previously spoken before, through nutrition. I'd also like you to be drinking at least 2 to 3 liters of fluids every day. By fluids, ideally water. You do have caffeine, especially during menopause. I do suggest that you stop drinking caffeine 10 hours before you go to sleep. This is so your sleep will be good and your recovery will be as best as you can get it. Now for workout plans, personal trainers like myself and other trainers might be able to give you a hand. I am doing as many courses as I can, and I'm offering services online, as you can see, through YouTube, but also will be able to offer you a workout plan around the way that you want to train. It doesn't have to be menopause, but for this purpose of this video, we will focus on seeing what your vision is, how you want your life to go, and then we're going to build a workout plan around you for the first 4 weeks, depending on where your fitness levels are, and then incorporate more and more HIIT training and get you more fitter and feeling better with your day every day. So that's everything that I'm going to be speaking to you about this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you want to watch any other videos on this channel, the links will be right here. So go ahead and watch them, and I'll look forward to seeing you and speaking to you about a different subject in the coming days. See you later.